Good evening, my friends. Your lovely narrator, Phantasmal Poppy, bids thee welcome. Please, have a seat and make yourselves comfortable. Settle in now, for I have quite the tale for you. Are you ready? Good. Then let us begin. Tonight, I will be changing things up a bit. As much as I love sharing my true stories with you all, I also love writing horror fiction as well. In fact, the very first horror stories I ever narrated were creepypastas. In this video, I will be telling you one of my favorite kinds of creepypasta. A ritual creepypasta. I do so love these. They often feel like mental scavenger hunts and make me glad I don't have to do anything like them in real life. Fair warning, if you don't like stories that are a tad on the visceral side, you move along to another video. I'll only warn you once, so you can skip a bit of bodily horror. Still here? Then listen well to my tale. A creepypasta delight. I give you Sing Beyond. For this ritual to take place, you will need 3 things. The first is a silver spoon. It needs as pure of silver as you can find. Sterling silver will suffice. Its age is not important, so long as it's not heavily tarnished. The second item is a glass eye. Translucence and color are up to you. However, it would be best to obtain a very smooth orb without cracks or sharp chips. Sterilize this and stow it away in a clean cloth bag, just small enough to sequester in your pocket without it falling out. The third and final item, the one that will be of most use to you, is your resolve. For you see, in order to go through with this task, you will need nerves of solid steel. Once you have gathered your items, you must choose your location. Choose an area with an abandoned building in a place with very little foot traffic. This could be a cabin in the woods, an old warehouse in the midst of an urban industrial sprawl, or even a shack out in the desert. Regardless of what you have chosen, it must have only one exterior door. Or, if it has multiple doors, then the rest must be boarded up so that nothing can get through. When you are ready to begin the ritual, arrive at the building of your choice before the sun sets. See to it is devoid of any great presence. A cat or two is fine, even a few birds, but larger creatures must be shooed or led away before you can begin. You do not necessarily have to enter the building yet. Just make sure that no one enters or leaves through that door until midnight. Should someone enter your area, leave the location and do not attempt the ritual this night. Bring no companions with you, including pets, as their presence and connection to you would disrupt the ritual. Just like your greatest struggles in life, this, too, must be done alone. If the place remains deserted, congratulations. You may now begin the next phase. Place your spoon into one pocket, and the cloth bag containing your glass eye into the other. Remember which pocket contains which item. Otherwise, you will dearly regret it, should you survive. Enter the building, pulling the door to behind you. Take care to walk directly away from the door. Do not turn away to explore the building. Take exactly 6 steps into the room, and then stop. Wait for 1 full minute. Count it down in your head with that old 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi chant if you must. Just don't say anything aloud. If everything has gone right to this point, you should see 2 candles before you alight. If you have waited your minute and no light appears, leave. You will be in no danger if you stay at this time, but you will be losing sleep. The ritual has been compromised somehow, so if you wish to try again, you must either do so another night or find another location. Look to the candles in front of you. Between the candles are 6 small bowls. Take out your silver spoon and place it lengthwise upon the table. Shortly, your host will arrive. When he does, do try not to scream. It is ever so impolite. Your host will be a great hulking creature, bipedal like a man, but a great deal larger and bulkier than any you have ever seen before. He will be covered in long, stringy hair from crown to toes, with only his hands visible. Beneath his hair lies a face much like a boar, with great tushes that jut out only just barely from beneath deep red ochre locks. But, unlike you, he will have 3 eyes instead of 2. Greet your host respectfully. He will stand across from you, waiting for you to make the first move. Should you choose to back out now, bow to your host, and then exit immediately. Do not take the spoon with you, for your host now considers it a gift for your having wasted his time. Never return to the location or attempt the ritual again. Only those true to their resolve will receive the host's blessing. If you do decide to go through with it, take one last look through the bowls on the table. Remember the place of the 3 closest to you. Should you get it wrong and place anything in the bowls of your host, he will be grievously offended. And you wouldn't want to be making enemies of a giant creature that could easily squash you, do you? Now, take up your spoon. Remember when I said you would need nerves of solid steel? I meant that. With anything less, you would not be able to scoop out to your own eyes without succumbing to the pain and screaming, which you most certainly should not do. You can still set the spoon down here and leave, but do so with haste. If you choose to continue, take out your right eye and place it in the leftmost bowl. Then your left eye should go into the rightmost one. Without setting the spoon down, take out the bag with your glass eye. Remove it from the bag and gently place it so that it makes no noise into the middle bowl. Then slide the spoon across the table. Your host will now do you the same courtesy. He will take out each of his eyes in turn, finishing with his most powerful 3rd eye in the center of his forehead. In a moment, you will hear the bowls being moved about. Do not move. You will know soon if he is pleased. Should the gifts of your real and glass eyes suffice, you will hear your host place the spoon upon the table. If not, well, no one has ever come back to tell what happens if he was ever displeased. Choose either the left or the right eye, and quickly swap it with the glass eye across from you, being careful not to make any noise. Your host will allow it. After all, he knows that you do not have 3 true eyes. He will trust you to ensure that he will have 3 real eyes by the end of your session. Take the glass eye first, put it back into the bag, and put it into your pocket. Then, pick up the remaining 2 eyes and shove them both into your empty sockets. Do not worry about turning them around properly. Just hurry. Instantly, you will feel yourself become overwhelmed with exhaustion and feel yourself falling backwards. That is all right. You have successfully completed the ritual, and our host will ensure you return safely to your last place of rest. If that just so happened to be a bush you passed out in during a drunken haze, instead of your own bed? Well, that's quite your own fault for being so silly and not getting a proper night's sleep before the ritual. When you awaken, you will notice that you can see again, but things have changed. Congratulations, my friend. You are now seeing beyond everything. You will find that most things now glimmer with either green or red light. Green will be the color of healthy things, of positive energy, or at least things that will do you no harm. The duller, darker green aura you will find around most innocuous things: lawn grass, pebbles, street signs, strangers who could care less about you. The brighter, more vibrant greens will come from creatures that will make you great allies. Only the most refreshing, shimmering of greens will come from people who truly adore and admire you and wish to do you many kindnesses. In these greens, place your utmost loyalty and hold them close. Now, as for red light, sometimes you will notice that some creatures and objects have a small bit of red swirling about in the green. That means that they could hurt you, but not immediately. You can often see certain greens become reds if you are in immediate danger from them, but that may dissipate if you put some distance between the two of you. Dull reds are often reserved for items that would not go out of their way to hurt you, such as a loose board you might trip on. Bright reds, however, mean something is directly about to harm you, so either get away from it quickly or prepare to fight. For some, seeing beyond requires too great a sacrifice. After all, cutting out your own eyes without making a sound is horrifically painful. But for those who have been hurt time and again, who have been taken advantage of in every way possible, they have the resolve needed to ensure that it never happens again. And they will do anything necessary to achieve it. However, the ritual really is not for everyone, nor is seeing beyond entirely a blessing. It is better to learn how to read people, to learn to sniff out a con artist or manipulator before they strike, instead of attempting this. Because how will you feel when you start seeing your coworker, your lover, your best friend, glowing red? Your new sight only allows you to see things that will hurt you, not how they will hurt you. Wouldn't you feel just terrible if you did something rash, only to find out that the glowing red was because they were about to trip and send their books flying at you? After all, that might hurt, but it wouldn't be because they meant to do that. Nor would, say, them offering you a ride, only for you both to get into a wreck. Still, there is always the possibility that they really do mean you harm. The reds really are so hard to interpret with people close to you. After all, you might be able to tell if the red changes over time, growing brighter and brighter. In a case like that, it is still warning you that you could be hurt by them. Are they planning to shove you off the balcony? Or will their clumsy self just trip and knock you into oncoming traffic? I never said the gift was perfect. In some cases, it might even cause paranoia over you're trying to figure out what the danger could actually be. Either way, seeing beyond is meant to save you, and only you, from harm. The actions you take to avoid that harm are up to you. Oh, and one last bit of advice. Should you ever see the sky go blood red, well, at least you saw it coming this time. And that, my friends, is my first ritual creepypasta. Hopefully it was just the right amounts of creepy, cheesy, and squicky. Let me know what you thought in the comments. I'll be bringing you a few other creepypastas and short horror fictions in the future, right alongside of my true tales from the Appalachians and other places across the US. In the meantime, why don't you do your dear old Phantasmal Poppy a favor and hit those like and subscribe buttons. And that notification bell too, so you can catch all your latest spooky fix as soon as my next video comes out. Cheers to all! I'll see you again real soon.